Hey YouTube, Mike here, little tip for you. This here massey, I ended up reassembling this old motor. This is the original motor from this tractor. I think I have another video showing the scored up cylinder of the one other 7 horse for a number 7 massey. And then I had the 8 horse that had no charging system, and when I tried to revamp things to make everything work with a charging system on the 8 horse, nothing was lining up for me. And so basically I've gone back to this original 7 horse. She's a nice powerful little motor. I mean, I don't know what the difference in horsepower is nowadays compared to the old days, but this thing works well. And so the little tip of the day, I had some issues with the flywheel. Just I think the age of the motor and the fact it's been apart a few times here and there. I believe this one maybe 40 years ago now was even rebuilt, or freshened, I think was the term the guy used, and I can't ask him because he's died on me now where I got it. But needless to say, the key for the flywheel was loose, or wore down, and I finally went out and got some Loctite to try to keep things together. I got the red permanent Loctite. I don't know if it's different in other countries, but here in Canada, that's the one that we use as our permanent Loctite. And yeah, so the flywheel's been working great. But I had this little idea, and this is the carburetor. Now, I don't know how many people have worked on this thing, but if you look here, you can see there's a screw, a little washer, and that's holding this butterfly shaft all together. And I think originally this would have been pressed. So I think what's happened is at some point somebody's drilled this out and tapped it. And just over time it's been getting loose. And so I had this brilliant idea, just because sometimes I forget to give it a little tighten and make sure everything's going to stay snug. It was sitting there, and I had just Loctited the flywheel on. I put a drop of Loctite on here. Now, I didn't think it was that much of a drop, but what's basically happened at this point, and I've went from like an amazing working snow blowing machine, there's the blower on the front there, to a machine that doesn't rev up or rev down on its own using the governor. This is even after, I mean, I can't even turn this thing hardly. I can turn it. So somewhere from this top, the Loctite dribbled down into this return spring there, and then on down into the shaft where it goes through here. So me being me now, I after trying multiple times to sit there and work it, add oil, do this, do that, I'm gonna have to take it apart and clean it up. So that's that. To start this little tip of not using Loctite, especially in any sort of excess. And the proper way I think to do this would have been to have this disassembled and Loctite that separately so I could clean up any runoff. So me trying to do a quick fix, have screwed this up, and I will show you when I get this out. I'm hoping not. The rest of the carb, even the settings and everything, seem perfect on it right now. So really all I got to do is pull that butterfly out, clean it up to make it operate smoothly. I don't necessarily want it loose, but I'd like to make it run smoothly, and then I can blow snow, because today, February 14th or whatever, Valentine's Day, we had some snow overnight, and it is stinking cold. All right, see you in a bit.